Thumb Magazine sat down with Caro resident Kris McArtle to hear her story of starting her own business in the Thumb in 2006. Following her passions, Kris left her secure corporate job downstate and moved to the Thumb to pursue new things. The result was an event planning and marketing business called Infinite Creative Solutions.
I was in corporate America for 20 some years. Had the great salary, had the great insurance benefits, the 7 weeks vacation. I should have been living on top of the world and happy as can be, but there was something missing. And I just wasn't quite happy. My health was even suffering from it. My attitude was suffering from it. And at that point, I decided something needed to change. My mom, I don't know if you want to say, made the mistake of saying, why don't you come home till you figure out what you want to do with your life? So at 35, I very reluctantly came back home and moved in with mom and dad. I didn't know what, I didn't know where, I didn't know how. I just knew I wasn't going to be put in corporate America's box and my passion be kept in this box. And so what do I know best? And that's marketing, that's event planning. That's what I've done for most of my 20 years in corporate America. And so I decided to open my own event planning and marketing business. And the name of that is Infinite Creative Services. And I opened it in downtown Caro. I'm entering the 5th year of operation, and things are going very well.
Starting a company in the Thumb during a recession turned out to be an advantage for Kris.
A lot of people said, what, are you crazy? You're giving up a great salary and, full benefits to go to an economically depressed area in an economically depressed time. What, are you nuts? But for my position, what I was doing it was marketing. And at that time, a lot of people were downsizing. So they were getting rid of their marketing departments. They're getting rid of their training departments, and they're outsourcing it. So it was almost to my advantage that it was a recession. A lot of our big businesses today started in recessions.
Kris also spends time helping others in the Thumb develop and start their own companies. Learning from her own experiences, Kris is able to encourage and walk others through the process.
I own Infinite Creative Services. It's an event planning and marketing firm. However, I'm also an independent contractor for the Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center, able to provide business counseling, coaching, marketing help to entrepreneurs, business owners for free through the state of Michigan. I get to help people who come in here and say, I've always dreamed of being a business owner, or I've got this great idea, but I don't know how to take it. What do I do with it? How do I do with it? And so I can literally walk them through it, not only from personal experience, but from training that I've received throughout the years. When they either open or they take the next step, the feedback I get from them, the thanks I get from them, that's priceless. I didn't get into business to make $1 million. I got into business to share my knowledge, my enthusiasm, my passion for what I do with others to help them succeed. So that's been one of the greatest things for me right there.
We asked Kris what advice she has for others who might be looking to start their own business in the Thumb.
Figure out what your passion is. Figure out what gives you the most enjoyment in life and see if you can turn that into a business. Because if you do what you love, and I know the sayings out there all the time, but if you do what you love, you don't feel like you're truly working. Being self-employed is not a quick, rich game. It's not a 9-to-5 job. You're 24/7, and when your customers want you, you better be there for them if you want the business. If you're doing something you don't enjoy doing, that's going to be more a chore than truly work. So the first thing is follow your dreams, follow your passions, then network, then get educated, and then take advantage of all the possible resources.
Kris left us with these last words of encouragement to other entrepreneurs living in the Thumb.
Don't give up hope. Just because our economy is not the greatest thing, how do you not know that your next idea, your next business isn't what's going to take this country or this area to the next level? Maybe you have a manufacturing idea that could start back up one of our empty manufacturing plants, creating a new business in the area, creating jobs for the area. You don't know until you research it and until you look into it. And I always tell people, don't take no as the first answer. Keep pounding until you're absolutely sure that no is no. Because sometimes people will just brush you off. No, I can't deal with that right now. Or no, da 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 da. keep pounding the pavement and just keep going after what you desire.